Getting up for sunrise always feels special, as you get to see the world wake up from the blanket at night, with the birds rising to sing and the first few glimpses of dawn illuminating the landscape. A new day begins. This week, we're so captivated by the sand dunes that we set ourselves the challenge of experiencing them at both sunrise and sunset. We've woken up 5:30 this morning for our first sunrise of the trip. I'm going to get to making a pot of coffee because I think it's the only thing that can make this better. Wake myself up and taking the sunrise with Soph. On a scale from 1 to awake, how awake are you right now?
About a 4, and I think after the coffee I should be about an 8.
4 to 8.
Yeah.
That's the scale. Made it. First morning sunrise we've done on the trip so far.
Yeah.
Kind of a little bit ashamed to say that, seeing it's sort of a month in.
Mm-hmm. And it's winter, so we don't have to get up as early as we would during summer. We're easing ourselves in slowly.
Easing ourselves in, exactly. Yeah, I'm really glad we got up this morning though. I was a little bit concerned that it'd just be cloudy and we wouldn't be able to see anything.
Yeah.
We'd just be sitting out here having a coffee, as you do so many times. Like you come out and it's just terrible weather and you're like,
yeah,
we're out here now and you just sit there.
Yeah.
I want it to become a thing. I would like us to get up for as many sunrises and be out for as many sunsets as possible this trip.
Yeah. And then maybe an afternoon siesta? Maybe?
If you need one. Love being out in nature, in the mornings, before people are awake. Feel like you get such a jump on your day. So one of the things this beach is known for is its sand dunes. And we're sort of standing in a bit of a sand dune bowl at the moment. But I thought this was the sand dunes and I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. Some big sand dunes you come down to on the way to the beach. But what I haven't told Sophie yesterday is when I flew the drone up, about 200 meters that way are some pretty amazing sort of Stockton beach looking sand dunes. I won't say Saharan looking, but like Stockton beach looking sand dunes.
Nice.
That I saw people riding sandboards down or makeshift bodyboards yesterday. So I think that's something we've definitely got to go check out before we go. It's amazing. If I didn't have the drone, I would have thought that this was the extent of the dunes, and I would have been pleasantly, impressed. But as soon as you get that aerial view, change your whole perspective on a place. Hi, I'm Duncan, and this is Sophie. And this year we've challenged ourselves to explore this great country of ours.
First stop, New South Wales, then on to the tropical north, following the sun all the way around Australia.
Trying our hand at a heap of things we've never done before, and all the while making videos of our adventures.
Subscribe, and we'll see you on the road.
After an awesome weekend at Killick Beach doing the Pippi twist, as Jock assures me it's called, and then using these pippies to catch some of Australia's smallest fish.
That was so cute. Oh my god, it's cute.
We said goodbye to our friends Jock and Bex and continued on with the adventure. driving around 2 hours north up the coast to our next spot, Hungry Gate Campground, a bush camp which is nestled amongst the trees and surrounded by the sand dunes of Killick Beach. We found this site on Wikicamps, which is fast becoming our Bible when it comes to planning the trip. The site costs around $6 per night, making it a great spot if you aren't afraid to drive on unsealed roads and cross a small stream. Off-grid camps like this are the whole reason we went for the car and van setup that we did, as we're quickly finding out that some of the best spots are often the hardest to reach. But you know, as the old saying goes, if it was easy, everyone would do it. After taking in the sunrise on the sand dunes, we headed back to the campsite, keen to explore the local town of Hat Head and then on to Southwest Rocks.
So we are headed into Hat Head this morning. Pretty small town, circa 300 population. So we're not sure there's going to be a lot to see. I think there's a general store and a pub.
And that's about it.
That's all you need in a small town.
That's all you need. The essentials in life.
Duncan is going to go and check out the spearing conditions. So he's taken his shoes off and his jumper and left his car keys with me. But he's taken his coffee with him. Yay! Success!
That's a little deeper than I was expecting.
That crop top really suited you.
It didn't. It was deeper than I thought, but I'm 50-50 about whether or not to go in. Definitely thinking about it.
What are the conditions like around the corner?
It's hard to tell if there's fish here, but I think it's one of those things, you either go in or you don't. And I didn't, so I guess that's that. With Hat Head well and truly explored, we jump back in the car, heading 30 minutes up the road to the town of Southwest Rocks. Arriving at Southwest Rocks, we are immediately greeted by a group of friendly kangaroos, which, no matter how many times you see these guys, you gotta stop and say a quick hello.
On the headland is the impressive and now heritage-listed Trial Bay Gaol. It was built way back in 1886 to house prisoners who were brought here to construct a breakwater to make Trial Bay a safe harbour between Sydney and Brisbane. It must have been a really strange feeling building a prison in such a beautiful setting. And frustratingly, the breakwater scheme failed. But the remains are still visible and have become an iconic part of this coastline. Interestingly, the jail was only ever used once again during World War I as an internment camp for local German residents who were suspected, almost always falsely, to be conspiring with the enemy. Nowadays, the jail can be hired as a wedding and events location. It's pretty cool.
What more do you need?
Actually, it'd be cool if there were more levels up there. I think at one point there was. I don't know, what do you reckon? With these bricks here. And it looks like there's a door.
Heading back to camp after a quick pit stop at the local fish co-op. Geez, try saying that 5 times fast. We're ready to hit the dunes, just in time for sunset.
Got a bunch of local prawns, and then I got these huge king tiger prawns as well. So hopefully that's okay.
Okay, so we've walked right from our camp rather than the usual way we go to the beach, which has brought us out of the dunes, which are pretty impressive. How cool is that? I mean, I still don't think you quite get the scale on the camera yet, but those dunes are pretty big. So the sun is starting to go down behind me. So we're actually pretty well on time. We have gotten everything ready and we've gotten to the dunes as we planned for sunset. So sunrise to sunset on the dunes. That's true. Highest one.
And you think my highest?
On both sides.
We got these incredibly huge king tiger prawns from the local fish co-op, which look at this one. Oh, it's huge.
The downside of cooking outside is that dinner inevitably takes way longer than you think. So you guessed it, we ended up finishing cooking and eating by the light of our phones. Walking back down the dunes in the dark was great fun, although as the moon wasn't out, you really did lose all sense of scale and distance. I admit to catching myself more than a few times thinking, I'm sure this is the last dune before we hit camp, and then we inevitably hit another one, and another one, and another one, before we eventually made it back to camp. The next day, we were up early, on the hunt for one of the lesser talked about parts of living and working on the road, looking for 4G reception. So we've bitten the bullet and come down to Killick Beach. Couldn't find any reception anywhere near where we were staying, and the only place I've found decent reception has been 3/4 the way down this beach. So I'm cruising down, hopefully find this 4G signal so I can upload the video. But what I'm starting to notice is not all 4G signal is created equally, and some is a lot slower than others, so I'm hoping we're not stuck on this beach for hours and hours and hours as we try and upload it, but who knows. So we've managed to get just inside the biggest concentric ring for the cell phone tower at Crescent Head, the Telstra tower, so it's given us 3 bar and 4G, so hopefully that is enough to upload this video, and hopefully we can upload the video before we run out of battery. So we've got the phone set up there, putting it in the dash has given us full bar 4G. Did a quick speed test and the upload actually looks pretty good where we are. I think the best thing to do now is sort of leave it, turn everything down, turn the brightness down, try and conserve as much power as possible. We're sitting at about 10% upload and about 78% battery, so I'm thinking at some point they're going to cross over and hopefully one gets done before the other, but at the moment it's anyone's guess. Before it was saying it was going to take about 2.5 hours. Now it's saying about an hour and 49 minutes. So I'm hoping that keeps coming down. So I figured I had a couple of hours to kill, or at least a bit of time to kill. So I went out and flew the drone and left this doing its thing. Unfortunately, by leaving it, the computer went to sleep, which obviously killed the connection with the hotspot. So we're a little bit set back now. We're down to 66% battery and we're only on 28% upload, and I've just reconnected it all. Unfortunately, we've crossed over that critical point and it's still saying about 3 hours to upload. I think we're gonna have to abandon this for now. We've got a 2-hour drive across to Bellingen or Dorrigan National Park. So maybe if we try and leave it going and it picks up signal as we go, maybe it's done by the time we get there. Who knows, but we can't sit around here for the rest of the day. I've driven back into Bellingen, left Sophie with the caravan, and I've used the Oz Phone Towers app to get as close as I humanly can to a telephone pole. Hopefully it's not doing me any damage. I'll show you in a sec. I'm literally 5 meters from it. It's towering over me right now. And since I've done that, the upload has gone up to like 93%. So it'll be done in a matter of minutes rather than the day it's already taken. So that's how important it is to get good cell phone reception or get close to cell towers when you're trying to do an upload or download. I can't believe how long we wasted for about 3 or 4 hours of the day trying to do this. And I've achieved more in the 10 minutes I've been sitting here. So upload update, which in 99%, this thing's almost done. Can't believe how much quicker it is being next to a cell phone tower. And it's literally taken 10 minutes. It's just hit 100% as I've been talking. Such a difference in these regional areas. And when you're using 4G, being close to a tower, it's insane. I don't think I could have gotten closer to 4G reception if I'd tried. That's pretty bloody close. And because of that, it took 10 minutes to upload. Next time, I'm going to find a tower and get under it when I need to upload. Anyway, I can go home to Sophie now. I was prepared to be here for the next 4 hours. Only took 10 minutes.
Come join us next time as we head to Dorrigo National Park to explore a 180 million year old rainforest. We also discovered the seriously cool boho town of Bellingen, home to Australia's best gelato. Oh, go on then, but just a small one.